He called me his pet, and I indulged him. He praised my hunger, though he called it passion. We were as one. Now I live in darkness at the edges of his empire. I exist.
A spider always lies in wait.
But for what?
Hope you're not squeamish, man-filth. I want this bloodletting to last a long time.
John! Die! Please! Me out! Little help over here! Catch me up!
Kneel before me! Serve the Bright Lord! I will serve you, I'll take my leave.
Little help over here! Thanks for the save! You like the outdoors, you?
Right Lord Traitor!
Too bright for you!
I flew from ruin and made a home for myself in the caves. I was here before the first stone of Barad-dûr, and I will survive its fall. I have come to enjoy the darkness. My brood has grown. They extend...
She wishes an empire.
I sense she has had her fill of empire building.
What was that noise?
I chose the form of a spider because I wanted to walk the web of fate, to weave its strands. The Dark Lord chose something else. He chose a shell of cold, dark steel. He became a machine. A hollow man. They come to me seeking knowledge, but instead they find death. They ask of their fate, for themselves, for those they love. I gave mercy to those I devoured, and I damned others with vision. The web of fate drives men to madness. They will walk all its threads. must stand against them. Destroy them.
They will only keep coming. Sacrifices must be made.
You would abandon me.
Sacrifices must be made.
The elves esteem delicate finery in all their arts, and the crystals in this artifact glow softly, even in a pitch-black room. I know this firsthand because I'd often sneak into the Great Hall and read by crystal light when everyone thought I was safely in bed.
I'd like to see you try. He has
Finest crystal found in roughest Mordor. Fascinating.
Surprised the orcs didn't smash it just to hear the sound.
The last king of Gondor, Eomer, challenged the Witch King himself in the heart of Angmar. Armored for war, not ceremony, he left his crown behind when he rode to his fate. We hold it in trust for the day when a king of Gondor will return to wear it. Though we need a future king with enough sense not to confront the Witch King alone.
This crown is worthy of a king.
Ah, but your people have spurned their kings, have they not?
It's easy to dismiss the orcs as brutish, but that demeanor masks a cunning and cruelty well suited for warfare. Their weapons likewise seem brutish, but make no mistake, they know their purpose. One sharp blow to the head will split your skull, whether it comes from Gondorian steel or orcish pig iron.
You flee!
This mace is far older than what we usually find on the battlefield.
I doubt the orc who stole it knew of its heritage.
This artifact, a chunk of moonstone, was our last acquisition before the orcs came. A scout found it still smoldering out in the fields where it fell to earth from the moon overhead. I am far from superstitious, but even I wonder whether this bit of fallen moonstone was meant to serve as an ill omen for the disaster that followed.
An ill omen from the skies.
Minas Ithil was doomed long before this moonstone fell to earth.
Wait! I smell something. Bring the others! I'm going to light a signal fire! An intruder! Lead the front!
Swine! All this racket just for little old you. You should feel special. We're all here to kill you.
Vula.
You can't bloody well hurt me. I won't be tricked by that. Rip and rip! Let's go here! Clear off and try again!
Tremble before me! You will serve the Bright Lord!
Oh, my life for you! My life for you! Sending me off, eh?
Some orcs are self-styled marauders who crave riches more than other orcs. Greed, not bloodlust, motivates them, and unlike most other orcs, they wear jewelry such as this ring to mark their status. We obtained this ring from a dead marauder, so we've no idea of its history, though it seems Númenórean. If only we knew where the marauders find treasures like this ring. There's so much we could learn.
A ring of Númenor.
And a well-crafted one, by the standards of men.
You still want to fight? We'll fight!
Gondor's Preferred Order of Battle with Variations is a chart depicting how an army should be organized, from the frontline infantry to the cooks and teamsters in the rear. Whenever I study it, I'm amazed at what it takes to send an army to war. Details down to the number of cobblers and farriers for each column of soldiers. Such matters of supply seem mundane, until you're under siege, desperately fighting on quarter rations. Then, you're eager to pay attention to logistics.
The structure of Gondor's army, from general to foot soldier.
A structure the orcs will cast down the moment they set foot in Gondor.
You can hide, but you're wrong.
The Sea of Nirn is home to beasts we can scarcely comprehend, but from time to time, clues about their existence wash up on the shore. Our patrols found this fossilized squidbeak years ago. If it is proportional to the smaller squids that fishermen sometimes catch, the sea creature would be several 100 feet long. Such a monster is the stuff of nightmares, proof that this world hides horrors far worse than the orcs.
What a beast this must have been.
And I doubt it was the last of its kind.
That's it. No more grog. Never touch my lips again.
How many little spiders I crush, there always seems to be.
By reading the history and peoples of Gondor, every child receives countless lessons in our realm's history, our kings and heroes, our battles and triumphs. Doubly so for those of us who grew up on Gondor's frontiers. The teachers meant well. They were trying to inspire us. But all the tales of Gondor remind us how exposed we were to the threat of Mordor.
Gondor's history. Triumph in one chapter, despair in the next.
Concern yourself with the chapter yet unwritten.
It's the dark. What was that? See, he's not so fast.
Minas Ithil never had the grand dramas and pageantry of Minas Tirith itself, but we had simple arts like music to give us the solace of home. When all around us lies in shadow, a simple folk song or pleasing dance was a ray of sunshine. I wonder if such music will ever be heard again.
You know, I'd always meant to learn a lute.
Your hands aren't meant for music, Talion. They have a more serious purpose.
To an orc, grog is strong drink for their bellies, but it's also medicine for their wounds, and so combustible that it may even be fuel for their war machines. Few Gondorians dare drink it, lest we start to behave like the orcs. Still, it is worth studying. Baranor has some ideas about a poison that, when mixed with grog, can disable or even kill the strongest orc.
Oof, this grog smells foul.
Ah, but to an Uruk it is ambrosia.
Someone watching me. I feel it sneaking around. Something.
Kannas is our word for bravery. And indeed, it took bravery to march on Mordor and wrest control of it from Sauron himself. When the One Ring slipped from my finger and onto Sauron's, I learned how little bravery differs from recklessness. When next I confront Sauron, I shall leave nothing to chance. Perhaps the highest of virtues is Abgan, foresight. When I made 3 rings for the elves, I had the foresight to ensure that they would not be corrupted like men and dwarves. When the Elven Rings were forged, I congratulated myself for my foresight. But Sauron's vision exceeded mine, for he made a ring that would dominate all the others. Never again. Now we have made a ring that Sauron did not foresee. Affadad, the virtue of obedience. Then, as now, raising an army in Mordor meant overwhelming the orcs with a display of power. That power was the One Ring. In Mordor, the orcs obey power, nothing more. Dwarves and men do likewise, even if they tell themselves it's a matter of honor, vengeance.
Wait!
When I made war on Sauron, many war chiefs flocked to my banner. Among the most useful, though not the most subtle, was the Grog Hoarder. He was a terror in battle, and child's play to manipulate.
Who's blowing up all the grog? First of all, that makes me thirsty. And B, I think what? Second, it's just grateful!
Uga Kuga.
I'm gonna stomp you into the mud. Then, I'm gonna stomp on you some more. And then, I'll have myself a drink.
Koth.
Coming here, you must not have a brain in that head. I'm going to cave it in and dig around for one.
Kugaluga.
If that's what you want.
Was it grog or deep-seated loathing that fueled his rage? No matter. He was among my most fearsome war chiefs.